In this video, we'll explore the concept of a limit in calculus and how it's used to define the basic operations of calculus. Limits are used to define the basic operations of calculus, including derivatives and integrals. Let's start with the basics of limits and understand what they represent. A limit is the value that a function approaches as the input, or independent variable, gets arbitrarily close to a certain point. This is denoted mathematically as the limit as x approaches a of f of x equals L. The limit of a function f of x as x approaches a is equal to some value L if for every positive real number epsilon, there exists a positive real number delta, such that for all x, the absolute value of the difference between f of x and L is less than epsilon whenever the absolute value of the difference between x and a is less than delta. Now, let's explore some of the basic properties of limits that make them useful in calculus. One of the key properties is linearity, which states that the limit of the sum of two functions is equal to the sum of their limits. Another property is homogeneity, which states that the limit of a constant times a function is equal to the constant times the limit of the function. These properties can be used to simplify the process of evaluating limits by breaking down complex functions into simpler components. The squeeze theorem is a powerful tool for evaluating limits. It states that if a function g of x is squeezed between two functions f of x and h of x, and the limits of f and h as x approaches a are both equal to L, then the limit of g as x approaches a is also equal to L. This theorem can be particularly useful for evaluating limits of functions that are difficult to analyze directly. Now, let's discuss the relationship between continuity and limits. A function f is continuous at a point a if the limit of f of x as x approaches a is equal to f of a. This means that the graph of the function has no gaps or jumps at the point a, and the function can be drawn without lifting the pencil from the paper. In conclusion, limits are a fundamental concept in calculus that help us define the basic operations of calculus, including derivatives and integrals. By mastering limits, you'll be able to tackle more advanced topics in calculus, such as derivatives and integrals, and apply them to real-world problems.